Hey, my name is Allison Mann, and my policy proposal is about the need for more stringent regulations for the use of seclusion and restraints for both children and adults in the behavioral health setting in the state of Washington. These practices have gained increased awareness and regulations over the last 20 years. However, the use of these practices still continues to cause harm to patients. So there also continues to be inadequate oversight and monitoring, and usually the justification for continuing to use these practices is for the sake of safety. However, the research has shown that their use is usually arbitrary and can be avoided. The goal of reducing the use of seclusion and restraint should be clearly stated in the state regulations. My policy would increase monitoring and oversight and create much needed transparency. It would create safer conditions for patients by increasing staff awareness regarding the risks of seclusion and restraints. It would teach prevention and early intervention strategies, such as alternative measures and de-escalation. My proposal is that all facilities would be required to implement a program to formally reduce the use of seclusion and restraints, which would include a mandatory staff training. There are a number of free resources with comprehensive training that have been proven to be effective. The training would emphasize the use of preventive strategies and provide comprehensive recommendations with specific examples. Every facility would be mandated to record all seclusion and restraint incidences and report them to an outside agency to be published on the state's website. Seclusion and restraints would not be defined under the same headings as they would not be defined under the same policy headings because they are different practices with a different set of considerations. Each intervention should be addressed separately with respect to time restrictions and safeguards. The regulations would provide clear guidance on specific restraint procedures and type of restraint allowed, as certain types of restraints are more dangerous than others, and some need to be banned. However, the current regulations do not address the type of restraint. My policy would have more stringent time limits. Seclusion and restraints are currently allowed for an initial 4 hours, and then the order can be renewed. For adults, restraint would be allowed for no more than 2 hours for an adult and 30 minutes for a child, with no options for renewal unless a provider assesses the patient in person. My policy would also require that the provider conduct an in-person assessment of the adult patient within 2 hours and a child within 1 hour. Currently, the ordering provider does not have to show up to the facility until it has been almost 24 hours. In conclusion, seclusion and restraints are very dangerous. The serious risks involved with the use of these practices demands that the government more strictly regulate them. Thank you so much.